Hello, everyone. Welcome to another game of Parazoologists. No, Astrozoologists. Um, we find our characters in the midst of a plane wreck as the Xanadu has crashed. Um, all of you are catching up your breath after a very intense fight. We're going to say that Jonah and Serna are at 1 HP right now. You get stabilized and a little bit of first aid, just so that you're able to like move around. Um,
Yay!
Ea is dead. You haven't needed to check the pulse or anything yet because because you visually saw both her like the Archon leaving her body and the Diva and the human spirits leaving the bodies of the two snakes that were there with her, and the surviving snake just slithered away in the snow. It's very unlikely that it's going to survive in the cold of Russia. But yeah, what are your oh, and that last thing, Reina, your Capricorn sigil evaporates before you can, before you get the chance to dismiss it. What are y'all going to do now?
I think Sebastian quietly lands. Stash. In front of it.
You Ron is going to also get stabilized and like, oh my head hurts so bad.
It's on your head.
Blowing up a plane tends to do that to you.
Yeah. Oh god. Still can't believe I did it. What did you say?
Not speaking from experience, but from imagination.
Oh god. I was surprised when we were at the temple and Iskrim said yeah, he's acting up again. I had no memory of acting up and needing to be possessed before, but I guess it must have happened beforehand.
You see, that's the trouble with possession as we experienced. You tend not to remember most of it.
Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah.
Can't reclaim those memories either.
No.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I think I'm going to retire from this. This was
yeah, understandable. We should take like a rest.
Did anybody else? Did Aya survived the explosion and the fall. Did anybody else make it?
We haven't been able to check out the area yet, but possibilities are low.
You still, if you're holding concentration, fly is 10 minutes, so you still have a little bit of time. So what are your characters going to do? I do have to remind everyone that this is like at night in the Russian tundra, so it is Very cool. You came here with some like equipment and stuff like this,
Yes.
but usually that's when you would uh, uh, hunker down in a tent. Right now, some of the flaming debris from the plane are providing a little bit of heat, but as snow is falling, the fires that you might have expected to spread to to some trees are going to be slowly but surely drowned out in the snow.
Right, I suggest we search through the plane. That's both for the
Yeah,
warmth
and
it provides and for possibility of finding any survivors. That's what we should be
yeah,
doing.
Why
Right.
don't we
Yeah.
split in half?
I'll get a fire started. I'll start
Yes, that
making
is
the
a good
camp
idea.
and fire started.
Some of you set up camp. Those of us who can still fly, I suppose we'll go ahead to watch the site.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Hmm.
Cool. So the two that have flight, go ahead and make a investigation check with advantage. The other four, you can make an investigation check, but it's a normal roll. Reyna, you you fly down low in order to avoid, the smoke billowing up from the wreckage from clouding your eyes, and through the branches and the trees you spot some movement. There is something that is still alive, making its way out of the wreckage, and Graves just tripped over it.
Immediately go over there.
Okay.
Graves, get away.
Yep, sorry.
Shazim probably acknowledges that and keeps looking for other things in the meantime.
Okay. With your 14, Sebastian, you're gonna look around. You are going to find the bodies of so of the mage and the cleric, whose names you didn't necessarily get. You find the body of Dominique Holden and Dolores, both of which have definitely died from like the fall damage and the fireball. Reyna, you push Graves to the side, and a familiar face is staring back at you. This is Cronenberg, your cat, and somehow it seems to have been in the plane and survived the fall. It
Cats
Yep.
always land on their feet.
it meows at you and rubs herself against your leg.
Immediately pick her up and hold her. Oh, thank goodness you're alive.
She starts licking your nose. Like the Graves, you're here. The rest of the on foot search party is here. The Cronenberg seems completely uninjured from the crash.
I take her back to the campfire to make sure she stays warm.
Okay. All right. So
while still looking around. So I still haven't found Dominic.
Cool. You're going to find bits and pieces of debris. You find the mechanical parts of the 3D printer from the Xanadu, and a wreckage of a flaming wreckage of burning alcohol from what was once the bar that is now mixing with the toilet water, which was stored very near there before the crash. So it's like a horrible smell is spreading throughout the wreckage now.
Ugh.
Yeah. The rest of the group, what is your reaction to Cronenberg the cat being a very healthy kitty?
Like,
Aw, cute kitty. Where did you get it from?
the picture is canon, right?
Yes, their picture is canon.
So not only did that cat just survive the wreckage, but they're a furless cat that survived being in the cold, harsh. Like, yeah, that's not questionable at all. Rainer, is that a normal cat? Or is that like a familiar or something? Like what Ron did?
I've had her for years now. I gave her to Dominic to take care of whenever Aya offered me the job.
She was for sure not a supernatural cat when you gave her to Dominic, but Reina, you feel a bond stronger than before formed between Cronenberg and you, and it's basically the same thing as as a familiar's bond. She like her mind touches yours, and you hear her thoughts in your head, and she doesn't necessarily have words, but she does convey the happiness of seeing you again. She missed you.
Missed you
Aw.
too, Crony.
Wait, it's not psychic, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's a Bond thing or something. I don't know.
I can kind of tell her thought. I don't think it's like Sebastian, though.
Okay.
That's a lot to unpack right now.
Yep.
Don't
Oh,
care. She's alive.
Before we set
Oh,
up camp
congrats.
fully, I feel it's probably a necessary thing to say that that was a big explosion, and this threw up a lot of smoke. Chances are
Yeah.
somebody will have seen that nearby.
Yeah.
And we are still wanted fugitives. For multiple reasons.
Right. Yeah.
How close are we to a nearby town or city?
You're about 3 days walk from the town in which you have a hotel.
Okay.
I'm-
We probably got
Yeah.
a while before anyone gets out here.
I mean, that's true, but we have to go in that direction to get back, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Uh,
Sebastian, thanks to your psychic abilities, you're able to move the wreckage off of the bodies and get them to a place where they won't be getting damaged more. Are you, as you're finished with the fourth body, the snow has already almost completely covered the first one, giving them a a white burial of sorts. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. What does the team do now?
Are we setting up camp or are we moving? As much as we're all exhausted after everything, I don't often like the idea of setting up camp next to essentially a signal flare.
We should likely move.
Yeah, we
Yes,
should
makes
leave
sense.
and yeah, we should leave and just up a day, maybe a day's travel, and just
We won't have the energy
couple
to
hours.
travel all day. Find
Yeah,
somewhere
sorry.
not too
And
far
now,
off.
yeah, not too far off. Yeah.
All right.
We don't want to have you guys be found.
And on top of being wanted for everything else we've done, I honestly don't know if I'm wanted for other things here.
True enough. We should get going.
All right. You walk for about 2 hours, getting far enough away that even if someone found the crash and tracked your footsteps, you would have a little bit of leeway. You set up camp, exhausted. You this is I think the first time that you're setting up camp and sleeping outside. Are you setting up shifts?
Hey, I'm
I don't
probably
know.
just
Oh,
going.
shit.
Also, I'm probably going to be like taking some branches along the way.
Mm-hmm.
As
Okay.
setting up shift is not something that naturally occurs to Sebastian, but if anyone else has that idea in head.
I'll take first watch.
Right, that's probably something we should do, yes.
I'll take third watch because I'm tired.
All
I got
right.
punched many times.
You see that Ron is going to set up Nustul's magic aura around the camp in order to prevent divination from working properly on your characters. If anyone is trying to find stuff out about y'all, I think.
You still have magic?
Ron is going to say, "I'm in Trinity since we met with the rewriters.
Right.
They fuel my magic."
Oh, so like Revs, you essentially just swapped where you got it from, but still kept the ability.
Yeah, I think so. From my understanding, what Aya gave me was some of her blood, and that gave me a connection to her power source. And so, but that's also how she was able to take control of my mind or see through my eyes sometimes. That I don't feel like that connection is gone. It feels like it is fading, but it's not gone yet. But having an Archon and a Diva is essentially having the same power source, but like having direct access to it instead of having to go through an intermediary.
That makes sense.
Huh.
That's what mine told me too. Speaking of, if you take first watch with me, I'll try and help you with some of that.
Yeah. I regenerated during. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep with those wounds. I'm gonna just hope that Uh, I'm just gonna hope that I regenerate when the sun rises. Oh gosh, where did that knife even come from?
I don't know. It just came out of nowhere with it.
Make a deception check against Ron's insight. I got a
Pretty
plus.
sure we're both bad at.
No, he has a +4. You have a +0, but you still, you don't have advantage, but 14 is
Yeah, I
still good
didn't-
enough. Yeah, he's too, scatterbrain after what happened for this. You said, yeah. So what do you want to do to help him?
I was gonna help him set up the basics for the Mind Palace and
Okay.
just.
I think he
help
already
him lay
has
the
a mind
foundations.
palace, or sort of like it.
Sort of, but not fully, like made and activated. Senna, make an Arcana check for me. 20, excellent. As the rest of the group goes to sleep, Senna, you are setting things up with Ron. Cronenberg is cuddling Reyna, probably in her sleeping bag for warmth because it's a furless cat. Senna, you see Ron go through all of the necessary steps. He creates a memory palace out of his old university that he went to, and after
School.
yeah, school, got it.
His high
And
school, to be exact, because he never went to college.
oh, okay, cool.
He
Mm-hmm.
he got a job right after high school.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, he, um, uh, uh, like he, sets it up, and you see, as like your watch is coming to an end, he, opens his eyes again and says, "Hey, I saw my Archon and my Diva, and I was able to talk to them, but I something weird happened.
Mhm.
The I don't know if it's supposed to happen, but the memory of Ea giving me the potion, I stored it in a book in the in like high up on a shelf, hard to access. The book just opened by itself, and Ea came out of it, and we had a chat, and she left. Is that supposed to happen?
It sounds like you have a remnant of air still inside you.
No, it's not a remnant. She was talking.
Oh,
She was talking about. She was talking about her. She said to say thank you to all of you, and that she's sorry she put you through this. She says she's happy now and retired.
I'm not sure about that. I'll ask mine when I try to sleep tonight. That is definitely new to me.
Hey, Senna, I don't want to have that memory in my mind if she's gonna be able to access my mind again through it. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff that I discovered about the world in those past few months that I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna take all of the
A
memories that sorry. I think I'm gonna take all of the memories that I have of what's been happening, and that I'm gonna burn them. But I'm going to keep some of the ones of us just being out on the ground. I don't want to remember Aya after what she did to me, but and I still want to remember y'all, but
That's totally your choice, and as far as I know, I'm pretty sure you can do that. But I don't know how it will affect you if something comes looking for you instead. You're removing all of your defenses. You won't know what's a threat and what isn't.
but
Yeah.
all of the people that are out there also don't have those defenses. At least I'll
True,
still have an
but
Archon and a Diva,
everything-
right?
Everything out there doesn't know you. Everything out there that exists that is a threat now knows you exist. You won't remember anybody that you've pissed off. You won't remember anything that you've come in contact with before, but they might remember you.
I don't think I pissed off. The new team was a bit harsh. We didn't encounter a lot of sentient creatures, and we didn't. So I didn't piss off anyone who would have a grudge.
In which case, will you do me a favor and remember a warning?
And remember what?
A warning?
Yeah.
If anybody from my family approaches you, run.
Okay. I'll remember that. How do I identify people from your family?
People with white hair mainly. Especially naturally white hair. Other than Sebastian, but I'm still a bit on the fence about that.
Wow. I'm torn because I was talking about how I want to forget things, but I'm also interested in what y'all have been through.
Well, we've got a long watch. You can still make this decision, but I can at least run you through what we've been through.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay.
Senna.
Extend our watch a little further to just go through everything.
Okay. Could you make a persuasion check for me?
Yeah.
Normal.
Oh!
That's money.
All right.
One of my rolls today.
So Ron.
Indeed.
Yeah. So Ron is this idea that I had for Ron to burn his memories was a way of sort of like retiring the character and retiring him nicely, but you convince him that it would probably be unhealthy to burn some of his memories and to just not be connected to that. He is going to destroy the one book, the memory through which Aya came through. But he's gonna stick around in the world of the occult and keep on interacting with the group thanks to your persuasion roll. Reina,
Hey!
Yes.
right? Your dreams are pretty normal. They don't include any strange circles in the forest or any fairy woodland creatures or any golden chains. But there is a voice that uh, wakes you up, uh, kind of echoing in your head. And when you open your eyes, Cronenberg is laying in front of you, eyes open and staring at you. And it's her voice that you hear. This time, fully with words. Are you alright?
I honestly don't know.
Yep.
I mean, physically, yeah. But Holden's gone.
I miss him too. You were mumbling in your sleep. You said, "Why did you fire us?" Did you mean Ea?
Yeah.
I overheard her and Dolores talking once. Soon after, I became like I am now.
Oh, man.
And Dolores said that she was pushing people away, but Aya said that it had to be done. And I heard your name, Reina, in the conversation. That's why I paid attention.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she had to fire you because the previous team of Parazoologists had tracked her down and were coming to kill her, and that she didn't want you to be at risk.
What?
Raina just full on sobs.
And Cronenberg is going to rub her head against yours and keep you company in this moment. Cool. Who takes second watch?
Depends on who's on the because we never established anything.
I took third watch if
Yes, that much was established.
Cool. Senna, who are you going to wake up when your watch is over?
I'd probably say that, like, because we took extra time, me and Ron, to, like, go through everything, most of second watch would probably be gone through already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just wake up Jonah and tell him to
Okay.
wake up the buddy, and then I'll go lay down next to Rana since I'd probably heard her crying.
Okay.
I won't disturb her, but I'll just lay next to her so she knows I'm there.
okay, so my computer is back on.
Excellent. Senna, make a perception check for me, please.
There it is. Balance is restored.
Balances. but this is some true Avatar stuff. Balance is truly restored. Okay. Yeah, you fall asleep. Everything is fine. Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, I'll just disconnect and reconnect in the.
Okay. See you. So the other watchers pass by, and all of you wake up in the morning feeling fully refreshed. You've regained all of your HP.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We can hear you. Your voice is a little bit robotic.
Oh, great.
Quite muffled for me.
Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it appears to be fine now.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, all good.
Should be good.
Right. So, the morning comes, and your characters are awaken. You hear in the distance the sound of wolves that are hunting far off to the west. You you look around to see, and you hear like the rotor blades of a helicopter flying above you, heading in the direction of the wreckage that it still has some smoke coming out of it. It seems that the snowstorm has stopped, and that and that only now are people from from the rest of civilization able to come and investigate the crash of the Xanadu. What? All right. What are you going to do now?
Before that, on my watch, could I have been playing the guitar?
Sure. Make a performance check for me.
Just like some
if you're trying to, yeah, you can. Okay, you've got this. You've got Song of Rest as a bard, I think.
No, I don't. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, it's at higher levels. With your performance,
Level 2.
Gotcha. You're able to keep you're able to produce a rather soothing mood that is going to help everyone, sleep smoothly if they are able to. Nice.
Thing as Senna and Ron just extended the watch a bit, I'll be playing some soothing songs so you can get a more restful sleep.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
All right. When the morning comes, you get ready to leave camp. After as you're done packing everything, you all see Cronenberg return with a white mouse in her mouth, and drop it in front of Raina's feet.
Dead or alive?
Dead.
Did you want to did you want to eat that? Jonah jokingly says, "You want Raina to eat that?"
I will eat a seed, but I will not eat a mouse. Thank you, Cronenberg. I appreciate the sentiment.
Cronenberg kind of tilts her head and telepathically, those are less words like what you were experiencing late at night, and more the emotions of a cat, where you feel like she's confused because she can tell you can't hunt. She can tell that you're a terrible hunter, and she brought you food for free, and so she's confused that you're not eating it because like she's concerned about you being able to like find food in this environment.
I think I think she's a vegetarian, right?
No. She just
Definitely not.
no, she just prefers vegetables over meat.
Yeah.
But not quite a vegetarian.
Right.
Right. Are you like fish?
Yeah.
Cronenberg is going to like as you're leaving, pick up the mouse and is going to nibble on it as you walk. Seemingly not that affected by the harsh cold environment. You walk for a couple of days and you finally reach the hotel at which you were staying. Senna, you have forgot it with everything that's happened, but the person at the desk lets you know we got a delivery for you, and it's going to basically like show you a box package that was sent from Canada by the blacksmith you hired to make the crown of the Hierophant.
Yay!
Yay!
Give me 1 second.
I have an image I can post for it too.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna let you be able to edit the artifact, the magical object, once I have it in the handouts. But there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Characters and there they are. Crown of the Hierophant. There we go. Right. So Senna, you should be able to change the image now. All right.
Oh wow! So the two I have are performance and intimidation.
It would seem so. You have Huhalon, which is intimidation, and
Very.
oh yeah, you have Berikim. So yeah, performance. Sorry, the one that I wrote at the bottom, where for the player in the other game that has a crown of the Hierophant.
Oh, that's fun.
So the trio of spellcasters, unfortunately, is because you're not a spellcaster, you don't know any spells. Your those options are still going to be available to you, but it's only going to be 2 cantrips, one of which is going to be Mage Hand, and the other one you can choose a cantrip. I think you might be able to hold on. You can get, I think, guidance from your Diva and Mage Hand from your Archon, but it's a once per day use of those cantrips.
Oh, cool.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna add this. this ability gives your Archon access to the spell Mage Hand. And to your Diva the spell Guidance. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna let you read through what it does. The rest of the team, you are you're able to find comfortable beds for the first time in 6 days. And basically a nice return to civilization. Some of you are still pretty this is at a moment that is pretty close to the sunrise when you get back to the hotel. So all of you have are like still full of energy if you want to do other things than just rest on those comfortable beds.
I'm just going to playing my guitar on the just gonna try and play my guitar just as a little thing. Well,
Okay.
as a performer, yeah.
All right. So are you sitting on the bed?
No, I'm just like on the ground floor, just
Okay. Cronenberg is going to because your body heat is available near the near the ground, is going to like rub against you. All right, and yeah, you have this nice soothing music in the background of the room. You see Senna is like unpacking their new crown. Did you
as a side note, I'm just gonna play the Zelda theme for when Senna pulls out the crown.
da, 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 da. I love it. Senna, do you want to sorry, Cleffy, do you want to upload the image that you have for the crown onto the handouts on Roll20?
It will not let me edit the handout.
Huh.
You still need. I think you still need to give permission.
Yeah, I already did.
Let me just find it again.
Just clothing. Put it back on. Click it on again.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can't even open it. I think
What?
Roll20 is just being a bit weird right now.
Yes. Well, Roll20 being weird is not weird. It's normal. Roll20 is terrible.
Very fair. I will refresh and see what happens.
Okay. Cool. Could yeah. What is the plan for the team now that you are back into town?
I'm just going to
Aha, there we go.
You're going to
probably get some inks, I guess.
Get some meat? Ink. Got it. Okay.
For one of my spells because it needs ink.
Okay.
Lead-based ink.
Nice. Cool. You can go and buy that. Make a perception check.
Along the way.
Yes, please. Everything is normal and groovy in town. Nothing to worry about.
Mhm.
Yep, I'll just be as I'm walking, I'm just going to be like, just like we're playing the, just like strumming on my guitar as I'm walking, just like
Yeah, chilling.
chilling.
Cool. All right. Meanwhile, in the hotel room, do your characters, are your characters thinking about what comes next?
To some extent,
I am
yes.
tuning to a crown.
Okay.
And I imagine Sebastian's kind of sitting down, looking between the bag where, well, a head is kept, and just generally seeming to be in the process of thinking through a few things, and occasionally just looking through on the phone, trying to check for best possible routes to the other locations that we will eventually need to visit, along with the procurement of diving gear or legs.
All right. Climbing gear.
Diving.
Diving gear. That's what I thought. Cool. You can look up how much diving gear would cost and pay for that amount. You should also know that the waters of both of the lakes that you're looking at are dangerous in their own ways. One of the lakes is electrified by the eternal storm that rages over it, and Lake Maracaibo is its waters are like heavily contaminated and will calcify and fossilize whatever it touches. So it's not just so if it might not just be just diving gear that you need, but also like extra layers of protection.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we need like one of those old-timey diving suits.
Oh yeah.
Head into this like a Big Daddy from BioShock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That might terrify the towns.
Oh, the like. That's actually a very appropriate reference for some of the colonies.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Cool. Ron is going to say, Ron is going to say, I need to take care of some stuff about my life, but I'm still going to be involved in the occult. If you need help, I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go back to Hawaii and join the rewriters and kind of try to help them. They seem to know what they're doing and they were nice.
Well, we know how to contact you.
Yeah.
True. Also, if you need them, there are guns hidden in Hawaii.
I don't use guns.
Use the dark gun.
Well, just in case. It's good to know where they are.
True, true.
All right. And
The idea of Ron with a heavy machine gun is a really funny image to me.
he technically had one strapped to him during the last fight, It's just that he wasn't that he had fireball, so he didn't really need to use it.
Also, if he were to use a gun, it would at least have rubber bullets instead of full-on bullets, because no killing for me. I mean, the only thing I've heard not to kill, but unless have to be
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, very far.
Oh no, hold on. Oh no, I don't remember where it is, and it's in one of the strange books. Give me Reina, make an intelligence check to do your best to remember the details that Ron gives you.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. God! Of course you roll super well on that. Alright. Amaterasu. It has to be inside of this scenario because it's not anywhere else that I know.
If this is at the base of Mount Fuji, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm assuming he's in around the forest areas, so in a shrine or something.
Yeah, like the bottom of Mount Fuji. That's what it's called. I can't pronounce it because I will offend many cultures. But yes.
I'm not going to try to pronounce that either.
Aokigahara.
I'll either offend people or summon a demon.
Or both. Well, both is good.
Yeah, I'll offend the demon with the pronunciation.
I think it's pronounced Aokigahara. Or
I don't know. That seems like an English pronunciation of it, at least.
Yeah, by Japanese phonetics, it's probably very different to that. But I can't find a phonetic pronunciation of it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So
It is. Cool.
What would that be?
So just to let you know, in order to get to that garden, you need to enter any cave in Mount Honshu, and the trigger to open it is to think about a sad event and cry. You need to shed one tear in order to enter that garden called the Memory Garden.
Good to know.
Yeah. Sorry, it took me.
Mountain.
Honshu.
I'm assuming by the time I get back, they're gonna.
Oh.
By the time you get back, what?
By the time I get back with the ink,
Mm-hmm.
am I? Wait, how much? How much would it cost for the ink? I mean, it's
As
10 gold pieces, so
yeah, just pay $10 for it.
okay.
You just pay the equivalent in like dollars.
Okay,
Um,
so
and you do come back on time to, like before Ron leaves.
gonna get $50 worth.
Okay.
Or not 50.
All right. So yeah, Ron shares this with you, Reina. Ron is also going to say, um, like, I went back there on my time off, and there were undead there, harvesting the creatures. I think there might still be like some creatures surviving somewhere in the garden. I saw some of them were running around, but yeah,
Good.
it's not good. Um, uh, that place, that memory garden, is where Dominique brought Cronenberg on one of the missions, because we we needed to interface with the two-tailed cats, and he thought that it might work. Um, after going into that garden, um, that's when Cronenberg and Dominique started taking Cronenberg on all missions, saying that she'd become a familiar now.
I see. So that's how it happened.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my familiar. I totally forgot about him. I forgot about Frayne.
Henry, be in peace.
Right.
All right, and with that, Ron is going to bid
All
you
right.
goodbye.
I would say before that, I would say all right. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Jonah. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you.
No.
The others told me about you over text. Sorry, that was rude. We've been walking 3 days. Yeah, I'm Ron.
Yep.
Nice to meet
Hold
you.
out my hold up my hand to for a shake.
He's going to shake your hand.
And good luck out there.
All right. By the way, Ron, ever since what happened in Vancouver, your clothes have not caught fire.
On fire.
Yep.
Huh.
Weird how that works.
It is weird, and it suddenly catches on fire again.
Oh, okay.
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. I was on
that
a
might be
good
the
streak
record.
today. I was on a
Mending will
streak.
never. Mending will forever be in use.
Mending is the best cantrip in my opinion. All right, so you Sebastian is getting the plane tickets and the equipment. Which colony are you thinking of hitting next?
I honestly don't think Sebastian's thought that far yet. He's just kind of acquiring things because he feels like he needs something to do.
Okay. You're gonna find some like antique needs repairs, but you have Reyna who can do mending, antique like metal scuba diving suits with like that are like really old timey, but that will for sure protect you from the electricity and the calcification from Lake Maracaibo and Lake Latron.
Gotcha. Given that modern things run for around $1,000 each, how much would they roughly run for?
Same price. I'm gonna get. Yeah, like they're a bit broken down, but you have someone who has mending, so you'll just so you can just get them for about the same thing.
If it saves any money, I have water breathing as a spell, a ritual.
That might come in handy, but it's more so about protecting us from both electricity and, well, being calcified and turned to stone.
Yeah.
Don't really want to breathe that water anyway, if I have a choice.
Fair enough.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, well, we still have to actually decide what we're doing now.
All right. The team once again regroups in your hotel room, and where and like where are you going to, what are you going to do next?
I will say that at this point, Senna has the crown on and is just sat there happily.
Seems you are enjoying your new little thing.
Yep.
It helps me contact my passengers.
I see.
Huh.
Yeah, I suppose I should be making progress on that as well. The last time didn't go all that well, but hey, got a new trick up my sleeve now anyway, so
That's good.
let's get back to that. Sorry, where were we?
So, what should we do now?
I suppose we planned to continue hunting the colonists, right? That was the plan.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so there's 3 more, and well, you want to deal with lightning lake, you want to deal with petrification, you want to deal with the volcano.
I feel like there's less water in the volcano, but
True enough. And well,
we're gonna have to do the water ones eventually.
yeah, I've put in an order for suits that should keep us safe from their dangers. Although I'm not sure how much they'll allow you to be effective.
These ones are all occupied, though, right?
Yes. And they will likely try and flood it once we invade.
That's not
Yeah.
helping.
Yeah.
Likely including the volcano one, although that one might be even worse. I suggest we maybe save that one for last. Simply because I do not want to be a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
If the
if
others flood with water, if that floods, we're gonna just die.
yeah, if it floods with lava, there's not much you can do.
Teleport away. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you level up to get teleportation, or like you could, Reyna can get away, so Reyna could do the dungeon solo and then use her staff of the pilgrim to teleport out.
Right, it's after the pilgrim.
I personally think we should go for the electricity one. Because that's the one I preference.
Fair enough. I suppose we could do that. Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How long are those diving suits probably gonna take?
I'll put in the order for them, and we're gonna need to pick them up probably. But
You can get them by the time you get to Lake Karanaido.
yeah, they should not be a limiting factor.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna-
Yes.
I'm
Go
gonna play
ahead.
the song.
Okay.
I'm just gonna play the song if
All right. Cool. Is there anything else that the party wants to buy before you head to Lake Maracaibo?
would we like to this is the earth one or the water one?
This is let's see. Give me 1 second. This is Earth.
Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, I'll just have it so that what is it? Could I like buy a sword for protection?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you have one.
You already have your sword cane that is going to count as a sword.
Really?
But oh yeah,
Yeah,
it does double damage to
Sword.
trinities.
It's in
I
the
mean,
name.
I did. It's a rapier, so but
That's a sword.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
a sword.
so I've been doing. I could have been doing double damage with it.
To Ea, yes. I think I might have counted it as double damage. I hope I did.
Pretty sure you did.
Okay, cool.
Can that be double damage with sneak attack? Oh god.
Oh yeah, that can be pretty deadly.
Speaking of, I will say that Senna has been avoiding standing and sitting next to graves.
Got it. Cool. So, all of you are going to take a plane to the lake, which means you yeah. I think I think now everyone has like fake IDs thanks to Graves' calligraphy. Are you trying to pass? So like you can pass you can pass like the sword cane and things like that in your luggage, right? Through customs if it's just in your luggage. Guns a lot less so.
You may want. You have a gun license, right, Senna? Pretty
Yeah,
sure you
I've
have
got
a
one
gun
from
license.
Canada.
Yeah.
But
Your
Are
I
they
head-
working on the
just
places?
hide my gun.
No.
What country is the one we're going to in?
Venezuela.
Big money.
Where is that?
South America.
South America, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know a thing about their gun laws, so
I'll roll
either
an
way,
if we
investigation.
have some planning time, Graves could like look that up online, try and make another
Okay.
fake gun license.
Mine's a covert pistol, so I can just hide it.
Okay.
That's the main reason I bought that pistol specifically.
Cool. So you can disassemble it, hide the different parts throughout your luggage, and because it is covert, I'll let you do that. Cool. All right. In this case, the party move. The party moves through customs. You get through, and you're going to make your way to Venezuela.
One
your
question:
Yes.
how do we get ahead through customs?
Yes, that is a consideration.
We may want to hide it if possible, or
Oh, the
Tell
head.
them it's fake.
Yes.
Mm.
Tell them it's
I mean, it's too
maybe
large
we
to be a
should, we
human
should
head.
we're trying to find a place to maybe we should find a place to hide it.
That seems like a
Can't
terrible
take it
idea.
apart.
I have
Yeah,
a
we can't.
horrible idea that I really don't like.
What is your idea?
Put it in a garden.
That would actually be a lot better. But my idea was remember how it fused with me while I wild shaped? So if I just wild shape into something bigger, then maybe I can just be an animal, just like
You can be our pet.
Cronenberg.
Guess we could process 2 cats through.
I'll say, I still think we should just put the head in like a lead box and drop it in the ocean. But
Me too. That's what I think.
Except Cthulhu is in the ocean.
Yes.
I know where Cthulhu is.
There's that.
We don't know
and,
where we don't know where.
be honest, the head is
exactly is.
useful.
Yeah.
That's the bit that worries me.
You know the players are creeped out when Graves, the character who could benefit from every single ability granted by an artifact, does not want to have anything to do with the artifact.
Can't
It's a
even
plus
go
2
out Lord of the
increase to
Rings
charisma.
style.
Yes, and Sebastian is currently attuned to it.
Oh.
He literally asked you about that last session.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Okay.
yeah, I don't
so
think Graves has much trust for magic anything at this point.
that's understandable. So Reyna, you're able to shape shift into another cat, and you're gonna be fused with the head for an uncomfortable amount of time in the cargo hold with Cronenberg, and you're shivering from cold and having trouble breathing. Cronenberg seems fine. That is how you're gonna get the head through customs. You reach Venezuela, and you start to head towards the Lake Maracaibo. You find a port like near the lake. Make a I'm gonna make a luck check. So you want something high. Let's see, D20. 6. Okay, so currently there is a storm. There is a thunderstorm over the lake with lightning striking every now and then. It is like the middle of the night when you finally get here. So yeah, the water is electrified somewhat. There's still boats out in the ocean, but you don't see any in the lake itself. Everybody make a perception check for me, please. And if you all roll ones like you've been doing so far today. Okay. Reyna.
I will say as well, once we actually start approaching the place that is likely a Theon colony, Sebastian will just reflect on detect thoughts and absentmindedly scan those that we kind of come across.
Okay.
Just in case anything jumps out.
Absolutely. So Graves and Reyna, you're both going to, as you're in the airport, your eye catches a news report that is talking about the death of a billionaire entrepreneur. They show the picture of Ea, but they are using his birth name, so they which is something like totally different. I think it's the first time that you find out about like her birth name, and you see that they what they're reporting on is basically like she died in Russia, plane crash accident. There's an investigation going on, and also that as part of in preparation, she had bought an editing company. A book selling company, and that as part of her will, she has released a book known as Creatures of This Plane and Beyond, an autobiography by Ian Nasir. That is like out on sale in a lot of bookstores now, and when you go looking at the what's it called, the kiosk in the airport, you find a copy.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's apart from the last chapters who got who were edited out, so that the phrase that she had addressed to you, now the rest of the story is used to write, and the name of the chapters she couldn't finish because she didn't encounter Faye. Those were edited out. Everything is the same. Everything else is the same as the document that you have.
So it ends at our time is coming.
Yes.
I feel like we should get some royalties. We helped her with this research.
You know what?
We should
We
form a
should,
union.
Yeah, we need to contact her state.
It'll just be the one leftover snake.
I think the news report. I think the news report is also going to mention that she left her whole entire fortune to various preservation of nature NGOs, and one entire billion to her two pet snakes center at Dexter, one of whose body has been found at the crash site, and the other one is currently, no one really missing in action. So right now there's just $1 billion sitting in a bank somewhere, not being used by anyone.
Ron could use some money.
Oh, Rana, quick turn into the snake and go claim the money.
Yeah.
Slither up like I'm here for my inheritance.
Yeah, we know what we're doing after this.
Yeah.
After this temple.
Yeah, we're robbing a bank.
Identity fraud.
I don't know.
Senna, real quick.
Yeah.
One of the things that the crown does is that it allows you to, as a reaction, or maybe not even as a reaction, to thanks to the trio of spellcasters, to have your Archon and your Diva ready to cast something specifically following the directions that you give them. And and have them use that ability when the conditions are triggered. Do you since now one has access to Mage Hand and the other one has access to Guidance? Do you want to prepare the use of those abilities in any way, or
With
Mhm.
guidance, I think I will say if they feel my will to not run away falter,
Okay.
then use guidance on me.
All right. In this case, you can write down that your Deva Barakim will use guidance on you for saving throws against fear and maybe possession. And do you give any?
If they see me gonna do something stupid, like stick my hand in something that I shouldn't, then cast Mage Hand.
To stop you from to put a hand in front of you to stop you from doing something?
To do the thing that I was going to do instead.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Have safety nets for my dumbassery now.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's enabling.
Okay. You got it. Those instructions were vague enough that for the Archon, which is good because I did write down specifically, as a rule, the Archon will be uncooperative and try to interpret your commands in a way that disadvantage you. And as a rule, the Diva will be over enthusiastic to use their allotted spell slot to help out.
I know, but Sen is too naive and is very trusting of the two of them.
Cool. Cool. No, love it. Perfect. So just write that down somewhere, and I'm gonna try to keep it in my mind. But yeah. Cool.
I wonder what's the name of Ron's Archon and Deva.
You have to give them. So Ron would have to they don't really have names in a sense that can be spoken in a human language because they're purely ethereal creatures. But so generally, like when you get them, or when you get a crown of the Hierophant, or when you meet them in your memory palace, that's when you decide their names.
Huh.
Cool. Sebastian, I'm gonna roll a luck check for you. You touch the minds of different people. You don't feel anyone who's like possessed around the harbor that you can tell, and or being controlled by a parasite. You don't really sense any stray thoughts that are concerning. What is the range on detect thoughts?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you like just walking around. There isn't really any impending doom sort of thing that you can detect.
It's good. I haven't spotted any spies yet. Sorry, were you saying something else?
Oh no, sorry. What were you saying? I didn't quite hear you.
Good. Haven't spotted any spies yet. Means they're not too worried about anything coming for them.
Good at least.
Yes. So, thunderstorm's currently raging, which means we probably want to wait for it to settle down at least a little bit. Anyone mind hanging out in Venezuela for a day or two, perhaps? See if it goes down?
Sure.
All right.
This
Just
is
Go
let
this way.
just letting you know, Lake Maracaibo is has a radius of about 50 miles or about 100 kilometers. So it is a huge
Probably
lake.
gonna have to go searching anyway.
That's big.
Since, well,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a while.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I suggest we find a place of residence in the meantime.
Okay.
Yep.
You set up your base of operations at a nearby hotel, and for the next few days, how are y'all going to be investigating this colony?
Hmm. Do we know the language at least? Language.
Well, you can
I don't know.
have a look at your character sheets and see if you have the language proficiency for Venezuela.
It's South America, so there's like a 70% chance it's Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, in Spanish.
I'm checking. Yeah, it says Spanish here.
Yeah, I can understand it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I mean, if you have it in a language proficiency that you can understand and speak it.
The other major languages there are Chinese, Portuguese, and Italian.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a way of increasing the speed at which we can observe this place.
Oh,
I can flock of familiars.
I suppose that could be a good way to at least get the physical exploration out of the way. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you when you start to summon familiars, Cronenberg is going to get jealous and say, "Hey," and say to Reina, "Hey, I can help scout as well. I'm gonna go and try to find this hidden city." Okay.
What is
Be
a
safe.
what is a Jonas? What's a Cronenberg is doing? What are they doing?
She's going out to also help try to find.
Okay.
Good.
Good
Yeah.
luck. I'll just like hold out a fist. Fist bump maybe.
Nice. She has advantage. Cool. So yeah, Cronenberg is going to like head off for the entirety of that day. Yeah,
I'm
she'll.
just going to be playing using my popular demand.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, to get lodging and food. Excellent. Yeah.
I'm gonna go fishing.
Excellent. Okay. Senna goes fishing, so you use your class. So you use your background ability for that. Cool.
I will probably be keeping an eye on any suspicious boats or anything on the water as well.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I was gonna say, I think Sebastian asks to just join Senna in going fishing.
Okay. In this case,
Yeah,
both of you
course.
can. All right. Both
Thank
of you can make an investigation check.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
You're more focused on the fishing.
Yeah.
Very true, yeah.
Senna, you don't really spot anything that is like super weird. Sebastian, you Graves, you can have all of your familiars roll investigation independently if they have advantage on if they have like keen smell that can give them advantage.
I
Do you want me to?
for Raven.
Cool,
Just
Raven.
like fly around.
Right, yeah.
I
In
think
this,
the range I believe I have, within a mile. So I think I might just like get on like the boat with them while they're going out and just have them circle around the edge of the range.
okay,
that
you
makes
got it.
sense.
Like each one in 4 corners, just so it's the maximum coverage.
All right.
Irena would probably be on the boat as well.
Okay, everybody's on.
So, party now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
just. Should I be on the boat as well?
You can play
It's
as a
up to
good old
you.
shanty as we go.
All right. So
There
Uh,
was a ship that put to sea and name of the ship was Parazoologists.
cool.
According to D&D Beyond, Raven has +3 perception.
Yes,
They don't have any advantage,
I'm actually giving you control over the character sheet for Raven familiars. It might still say Frame the parrot some places. That's because Frame.
Brain.
Yeah, it says parrot
Yeah,
up there.
yeah.
I'll just 4 perception check.
Nice.
Cool. All right.
Going twice.
21. Cool. They're gonna get different things. Give me just 1 second. The way that you do this is that when you cast the spell, similarly to what had happened with Ron, pieces of your shadow split off into different direction and go possess 4 different ravens that are then going to like come to you and follow your orders. Yeah. Cool. So, Sebastian. Okay, so in the order of spotting, Sebastian, you see a large. I want to say mansion that has a lot of metal pipes and that looks very steampunky. That is covered in overgrown foliage, so it's kind of like hidden from sight from most angles. But there is this like strange abandoned steampunk mansion that's just on the shore, on one of the shores of the river, in a part that is rather abandoned, and it catches your attention. The familiars are going to let's see. Familiars are going to fly around, and one of one of the ravens is going to return to you, Graves, with in its mind a picture of a sort of like crevice in the cliff face uh, uh, of the lake, and seeing uh, um, like a like hidden stairwell that leads down, and from afar you can see the image of a black gate, like the one that wiped your memory the first time that you were in Tsukunga, at the bottom of the staircase. And when you get back to shore, Reyna, Cronenberg is going to come to you and say that she spotted activity in the port. Not activity that she thinks has to do with the colony, but there's just like a lot of shipping containers that smell like rotten meat are being unloaded into the port and being stacked in massive amounts by a company.
Did it say anything on the lid?
Let's see. Yeah. When Cronenberg pushes the image in your mind, you see three letters.
That was from Jonah, but
Yeah, no, that's I'm just saying to Reyna, you get the image of three letters that serve as the logo for Evil Corp.
God damn it.
Of course, Evil's here.
Oh, great.
Wonderful. Seems we have company on a little tour of the world.
yeah.
Not entirely surprising. They were bound to find another one eventually.
From memory, is there any family members working in this area?
From memory, no, absolutely not.
Oh, at least that's good. Kinda.
That, however, does likely mean that they are here for the colony.
Not good at all.
Not necessarily bad either. If we can utilize them to clear out most of this, then we have much less danger in our hands. And they may not know about the flooding capabilities.
Yeah.
We can only hope on that regard. Because
Yeah.
undead don't need to breathe.
Yes, but electricity still tends to get to them, if I remember correctly.
To most, yeah.
Yes, and we are looking at an electric lake.
I think I needed any other reason to not like Warner.
Do we know that if the flooding thing will like empty out afterwards, or is it just like a permanent flooding?
I assume it's permanent.
I will ask Simon when he gets back.
And well,
Because it wouldn't make too much sense if it was permanent, because
I did see a very
Why
odd
not just
mansion
put it already?
by the shore, by the way. It's kind of hidden away, so could be a good starting point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hope there isn't just a random old lady there again.
No,
I'm
maybe
not
it's a
putting
good old
sun
lady.
cream on somebody again.
I don't know. We're one for one with bad old ladies.
As far as I see it, we have two options if we're going to go through with this, and that is one, we try and beat, well, the living, two, the key, and steal it before they have a chance to do anything, and two is, well, We wait until they go in, we follow behind and make sure they give their utmost in trying to clear it, but are ultimately unsuccessful, although leaving only bare bones resistance behind.
Okay.
Those are the two options I see.
We
I
will
think
need to be
that
very.
best plan is just letting them get out.
In order to answer the question that you had about the flooding, I need everyone to make an intelligence check, and those who have memory palaces do so with advantage.
Gotcha.
Oh,
21.
Okay.
21.
I'm rolling roll today, so
Sebastian, Senna, and Graves, you remember there being a mechanism to get the water into the there were holes to get the water to flood the base. You didn't see any sort of mechanisms that would allow the colony to be emptied out of the water. So it looks like something that would be permanent. The thing is that given like how much resources have to go into creating a secret base, having a security system that renders your base unusable once you've eliminated trespassers doesn't sound smart. You think that they might have other means of clearing the water that are not necessarily mechanical but more magical in nature.
Hmm.
What I was
Sebastian
thinking
can
is-
shape water after all.
Yes.
Very fair point.
If we, for instance, let them go further in, cause the base to flood, that'll deal with evil, and then we can just come in after they empty it.
That is presuming that they are unsuccessful, of course.
The other issue we have is that we know that Idonis can see through most undead.
Yes, we would want to stay out of sight for most part of it.
alrighty.
The last thing we need is him sending in the cyber minotaurs.
Yes. Which is why I'm partially favoring trying to get ahead of them.
I think that would be the best idea,
Hmm.
just so they don't have a chance to get to the key first.
Yeah. I'm with
Yes.
both, actually. I mean, there are good things and there are benefits and detriments.
Of
to
course, if
both these.
they move
Yeah,
fast enough and get to us before we can get to the key, we are in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll follow the on this, but I do want to know that I think it would be better if we kind of let them fight with each other for a bit.
If we do, I suggest we stay close enough to monitor the situation, because we do not want them getting away with the key.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I don't leave
And
close
they
by, but
may have problems with the memory gates that we do not have, unless they're bringing a town with them in some form.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like our best bet is if we're kind of, all three, our group, the Taons and then the evil are kind of all at the same spot, because then it's not like a 1-to-1, kind of more chaotic.
Hmm. There is one thing we could try and find out as well, since they're currently relatively trapped inside our containers, as far as I understand it. It would be worthwhile knowing if they're bringing a town with them.
Yeah.
And if we could eliminate that, we might cause them some issues.
If they're bringing what with them? I didn't quite
A
hear what you
town.
was. Yeah. Got
If
it.
they're bringing something to get them through the memory gate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then the Tehan.
Or just something to keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would like to see this shipping container.
There are
Uh,
multiple, right?
Yes, there were
Yeah.
multiple shipping containers and uh, um, somewhat decent security. Cool. So, if you want to have a look from places that are accessible to the public, you can make an investigation check at a disadvantage, Jonah.
Hmm.
Oh,
And that was
20,
that.
Hey.
2020 vision. All right, cool. All right.
Last year, it's horrible.
So here's okay. So you are going to spot multiple things. First off, the cat was not joking when she said that there's the smell of rotting meat about those containers. It stinks. You also you hear some light shuffling inside. So you're able to tell that there are things inside of the crates. You're also going to see that there is, a decent amount of security around the crates, like just regular port security, but also three individuals with white hair who are giving orders and basically preparing, gathering gear and other things for whatever it is that they are planning.
I'm
You,
just going to take pictures with my phone, making sure the flash is off.
cool. Uh, m- uh,
Oh
so
no.
it's those three are working on this operation.
That's such
I'm
a
just
bad
going
combo.
I'm gonna send the pictures to the group and say, found some of well, send us family members.
Oh, that's a
Three of them.
Johnny, you're gonna get punched in the stomach again.
Why?
Because Jennifer likes punching people in the stomach. And you look like an easy target in comparison to the rest of us.
Fair enough. What's the others like?
There's also there. Those are the three that I see currently, and they're all preparing stuff. And I'm just like all texting this.
Senna, sorry to do this, but what do you know of them?
Crap, off the top of my head, I'm really struggling to remember which one's which.
I can tell you which one is which. Jennifer is the open hand monk.
Yes.
James is the arcane archer fighter, and
He's the
Carl.
sniper.
Yeah, and Carl is the scout rogue.
Yes, Carl is very difficult to pin down in a fight, and will just dodge between us all. James will find one spot and stay there and pick us off one by one. He is an incredible shot.
Wonderful. I hate him already.
He also has access to, I guess, something similar to me, but it's a bit more limited. He can infuse his weapon with an element,
Right.
whereas Jennifer will just crush your ribcage.
I mean, then seems like I'm fine with that. I can stay far away from that. But yeah, the
Yeah.
other ones are gonna be a bother.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, and these are the sprites that I have chosen for them.
I can't wait.
Fair enough.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Thank you.
Where are they?
Right
Down here.
southwest.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Cool.
It's gonna be painful.
Yeah, like it's literally a dungeon with two different competing factions interested in looting, like in possessing what the dungeon has, including like the faction that is the dungeon.
Should I
Cool.
like wait, I got an idea. Should I lock pick the crate or anything?
But
Lock there's a crate, should I like try and like
there's multiple containers.
Yeah, there's like 5 different containers that they are that smell like rotting meat.
rotting meat?
Yeah.
I thought there was like a light shuffling in the crate.
Yeah, you can hear it coming from one of the crates, so you can tell that there is something in there that smells like rotting meat and that moves, but only a little bit.
Should I open the crate?
One let undead out randomly? That seems like a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Plus,
I
we
mean,
don't
I
know
have a
what type of
mission.
undead they are. We could end up unlocking it and there'd be a ton of harpies that just fly out, or a griffin. Or...
Yes, I do suggest we take the route of following them down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that we've all got quite a bit of combat experience right now, but
I don't.
that's a fair point. But you have really good hiding experience, which is exactly what I was going to offer as advice for the group. If you
could
can
I
see
try and listen?
gems,
Could I? Right.
If we
sorry,
can see James,
then you need to duck behind something or make sure that you are not in his line of sight, at least with your head.
gotcha.
Getting shot in the knee is one thing, but he is a very good shot and will just aim for the head most of the time.
Yeah, I like my head intact, thank you very much.
Yeah. The other two, they're like picking wings off flies and they will fuck with us for a lot of it. But James
Let's
just
hope
gets the
they
job
fuck
done.
more with the Theons than anything else then.
True.
Can Jonah try and like listen to what they're speaking?
Um, with your 20 investigation, they're talking about the logistics of what they're doing, but it's most like what you're able to pick up is things like you're able to pick up how much fuel they've had to spend to move those crates here and things like this. Not necessarily details of their upcoming plan, but you will be able to copy their voice, their speech, thanks to having listened to them.
Yay! All right. I'm gonna just gonna be like speaking the voice in the voice of Jennifer. It's a testing 1 2 3.
To whom do you say that?
In the phone.
Okay. All right. So you call the rest of the team after you're done with your scouting, and you're calling with Jennifer's voice. How does Senna react?
Testing 1 2 3.
Jonah, that is not funny.
I'm Anna. Sorry. I said that in James' voice, but
I'm just gonna hang up. and walk away from the rest of the group for a second.
Cool.
So,
Sorry.
the phone's
I-
hang up.
Cool. All right. So you stick around for a little while, always keeping one of your 5, 6 familiars with an eye on what's happening. The next day, right after sunset. So all of you have regained all of your HP and everything. There is a storm over the lake still, but Cronenberg comes back and tells you they put all of the crates back onto one ship, and they're headed in the direction of the cliffs where you said there was a staircase. We should go now if we want to follow them.
Alrighty.
I will
Time to
say,
go.
Yep.
Sorry.
During the day prior, Sebastian has probably been kind of focused on his internal mind palace, but we can deal with that later.
Okay. Sebastian, make a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You enter your mind palace to find that the spot at which you are at which you enter it has basically been set up as a collapsing trap of library walls. So basically, like, you appear and immediately, like a rope. You hear the sound of a rope being cut, and 4 different things are going to fall on your head. One of the book opens and just forces you out.
2 things.
Yeah.
One, I can technically try and use this if you will allow it.
Uh-huh.
Which means I can spend 1 sorcery point to try and reroll once.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
19 instead.
Excellent. Okay.
And the
And
second
I'm
thing
gonna
is
say-
these books are kind of like mental communications in some sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I am currently wearing a ring of mind shielding.
Ooh.
And attuned to it.
Nice. So you just kind of with a flash of light scatter all of the books that were falling on top of your head, and hiding behind a pile of them that just gets scattered is your Archon, looking elegantly dressed like you, but with tired bags under his eyes. He takes a more regal stance and says, fine, I'll talk with you.
Thank you. No need to be so violent. What is your name?
I don't have one.
Anymore?
In human tongue.
Oh. Most of your people seem to. At least to some extent that I've run into. Why don't you?
I have the names of the creatures that I possess that I take over, and the rest of the time when I'm talking with my brethren, they refer to me with and like, you see them communicate something to you, and it's a mixture of images, sounds, smells, tastes. Like, it's basically just like raw physical raw information that your brain has like a lot of trouble processing. And so yeah, he says, so there isn't really a
I do think
a
Sebastian
translation.
tries his best to understand exactly what he is the information being transmitted is.
Okay.
Sebastian's interested.
It's what you're trying is like trying to spot letters on a screen that has white noise on it, you know. There isn't really like there's too much going on there too fast for you to make specific letters.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice. Giving it a try for a few months and nodding. Yeah, I get what that would be hard to put into a name. So, how have you been having it in here?
Well, it's better now that I can move around and have a look. I've contemplated burning this whole place down, but I don't think that would help me. I think you're more likely to die and release me as you are now.
Most likely, yes. Still, which colony do you belong to?
I don't belong to a colony.
Oh, intriguing. Which one did you belong to?
You could say that the colony of water belonged to me.
Intriguing. Was that the one that got destroyed, Sukunga, or?
Oh, sorry, I said water. He would have said fire. My bad.
Right. So. Ah, the one beneath Illigen. Intriguing. Well, I suppose I should be honored to have such a high-ranking guest in my head, then.
You should.
Perhaps. Oh, well. For now, I'm merely curious. Why?
Why you?
Yes. I was, for all intents and purposes, not very important in the larger span of things.
Yes. Kind of a loner with a basic job. Someone people wouldn't look twice on. That's the kind of people who go unnoticed, who work best for our missions, and whose words would not necessarily be heeded if they started talking about the strange dreams that they have.
Fair enough. Well,
I like to possess janitors, usually.
Fair enough. Well, if it's any consolation, I'll save the fire colony for last.
Save what? What are you saving for last?
The fire colony.
I don't think you'll be able to make it this far.
Well, in that case, you'll have your freedom, and I won't have to care about it anymore. But, well, we'll see. And hey, if I do, you can always take joy in the fact that when I do eventually pass away, you might be the only one who knows where your keys are.
If you were to succeed, I'll still be counted as a hero for bringing the head of Kronos back into the grasp of the faction without a colony.
Yes. So yeah, pleasure meeting you. In the full, I suppose.
I would have preferred to meet you in the flesh.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
maybe not. Maybe you might want to try on your friend's little crown, just to see what happens.
Your opinion is noted and promptly ignored. Sorry. Well, I hope you find it interesting. Should be better accommodations than whatever it was you had prior.
Yeah,
So by
at
all
least
means.
here I can stretch my legs and look at
And
the
repeatedly
details
try to
of
annoy
your
me.
fantastic life.
Oh, it's not very intriguing. I imagine as much. But well, beat staring at a void. Bye.
You could the last thing you hear before you leave your memory palace is uh, all of the novels in the romance section are really boring. And
No, Ted.
cool. You
Probably
yeah.
open. I got my eyes. Is anyone around me?
The group is having a conversation. Jonah, Senna, and Lorelei are. Senna is just left for a walk. The door closed.
Did I miss anything?
I forgot I was mute during the whole conversation. Forgot about that. I may have screwed up.
Oh, wonderful. The moment I closed my eyes,
I'm sure I messed up with that. At the phone call,
Yes, you're quite aware Senna isn't the biggest fan of our family, right?
I forgot about that.
Where did you go? Where did they go?
They simply went out for a walk.
Mhm.
Should we follow? Or should we leave them alone?
I mean, I'm not good at well.
Given
Oh.
the urgent situation we're in, probably gonna have to follow. I'll go talk to them, if you don't mind.
Alright.
Yeah, good idea. I shouldn't be.
And Sebastian heads out of the Senna.
You yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. And Senna, if you're trying to be on your own, you can make a stealth check.
She would just be at the highest point that she can get without trespassing.
Okay. Got it. I was gonna set the difficulty at 10 if you weren't trying to hide. So, Sebastian, you're going to find Senna on a like public bridge that goes like pretty high, that has a ladder to the side that you can climb to, that seems accessible.
Probably just initially just climbing up there and wandering over and taking a seat next to Senna. Not really saying anything to begin with.
Senna is just pacing backwards and forwards. She's acknowledged your verb but hasn't said anything.
Let her do that for a little bit. Probably eventually. So apparently, my passenger thinks I'm romantically boring. Do you think that?
They're correct.
I suppose.
I would never have guessed that.
I mean, apparently they've been looking at the romance novels in my head.
You have romance novels in your head?
According to them, that's apparently a section. And it's terribly boring.
I wonder if I have a romance novel section.
You can always ask.
That's true.
Also, what exactly does your little crown do?
I can talk to my passengers at the same time. I can summon them. As much as
Right.
nobody else can perceive them and they can't interact with anything physically, I can still talk to them
Right.
without going to my mind palace. And they can lend me certain abilities and powers.
Gotcha. Well, never put that on my head.
That's fair. I'm not sure if I did put it on anything would happen. This is specifically made for my passengers. It has their names carved into it.
Right. Right. Fair enough. So, what happened? I was kind of out for whatever you were talking about.
I don't think it dawned on me just how much of a shit show we're walking into, and
It's
how
gonna be a
many
nasty one.
things I'm gonna have to confront at the same time.
Yeah.
The reason that I have such a bad fear of water and drowning is because of those three.
I see. Well, in an attempt not to try and sound peppy optimistic, perhaps it's a way to get rid of the fear, at least slightly. Or work on it, or whatever you call that.
There's a big difference between desensitizing somebody over time and throwing them at the exact thing that they're scared of in
Yeah,
the
I
exact
do
way
not know.
that they almost died.
Indeed. I really don't know.
I really don't know if I can do this, Sebastian.
Then if you truly think you can't, say the word and we'll let them have it.
But I don't want to let you all go down there alone.
We're not going down there. If not everybody is, we'll simply take another one and leave these people to their little adventure.
You know as well as I do that that is the worst outcome of everything that could happen here.
Yes. But still, if we don't have the ability to do it, we don't do it.
I don't want to be the reason that we fail.
Shrugs. I can't make up my mind for you, but, well, the offer to not go is on the table. You just need to say the word.
I really don't know right now. I really don't know if I can do this, and even if I overcome the fear now, I don't know if I'm gonna be any help down there.
I don't know if I'm gonna be any help either.
You're not gonna get paralyzed by fear.
I might. If I fail at using the head properly.
I guess, but even that scares me.
Yes, it scares me too. I think it's the point of it.
I'm just sick of walking through this like I'm an open wound and everything's just throwing lemon and salt at me.
Now,
And
how would we change it?
I don't know, but I know that Jonah really didn't help.
No, he got shited on.
Can I tell you something that I haven't brought up to
Sure.
anybody else yet? I'm struggling to be around Groves.
Alright.
I just. He's lost himself before. And other people always seem to control him, and as much as before we were Trinities, anything could have killed us. It's even scarier now knowing that something that specific is the only thing. And that's what almost killed me.
Yes.
I don't blame him. I know that it wasn't him. But I don't know, every time he looks at me, I kind of get scared.
I can't argue with the emotion behind that. It's just not possible, but assigning blame to for what people done on their influences, not their own, is something we're gonna have to learn to deal with one another, because it's going to become a part of our lives. I try to keep it out of my life for the most part I can, but I can't do it at all, Senna. I wish I could just stop people from having their minds toyed with by my hand or by anyone else's, but I can't.
I hate this situation.
As do I.
As much as I'm worried about being paralyzed by fear, I also don't want to be motivated by anger. And I think that scares me as well.
Yep. Not a feeling.
If I tried to take one of their lives without necessity, and I mean absolute necessity, will you stop me?
Do you want me to?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. It's been a bit of a strange situation, especially since Aya. I just cannot really manage to get my mind around what I felt. Did I even tell you?
No. We haven't really had chance to talk since everything happened.
She thanked me, Senna. She thanked me as I ripped her mind apart.
How? How did you even come to terms with that? That
I
doesn't.
do not know.
Senna, are you wearing the crown right now?
Yes.
Okay. Barry Kim is going to tell you. Um, I. I think I understand what happened. We saw her tied with golden chains to her human when she headed up into the Great Book. That only happens when you have a memory palace. They, but Trinities are generally really hard to kill, and it's really hard to commit suicide as a Trinity. I think that she just didn't want to exist in this world anymore, and she was trying to channel Capricorn at the moment of before she died, but she hates Capricorn. I think she was just using all of you to enact her revenge. And that now she's where she wanted to be.
That makes everything so much worse.
What
That
does?
means innocent Barry just told me that we essentially just assisted Air in self-destructive suicide.
Fucking.
This, that means Dolores died for nothing. It means
And the
Laurel's teacher died for nothing.
Yes.
Just... I hate this.
There's another thing. I checked your memories. She never used the word rescue when she talked about the animals that you were helping. She always used the word save, to save them. If she had a memory palace, she was getting blood samples like the ones that Ron retrieved from the Minotaur, then she could have just been putting the real animals and preserving them in her memory palace, like a sort of Noah's Ark of supernatural creatures. If
Huh.
uh, um, if that's the case, then a lot of those species will only exist anymore in her mind because they, like, the living came after her and exterminated like every spot that had supernatural creatures that they could see. So she is now her memory palace is now the only place in the universe where some of those creatures exist. That's what she meant when she said she saved them. It's like a computer saves a file, not a rescue.
I had a feeling she was doing something like that when I asked about the Minotaur that we saved.
Hmm. I'm only privy to one side of this conversation, so I don't really know what's going on.
I will say that I've been relaying.
Okay.
Just that's a lot to repeat.
Yeah.
Well, just bloody wonderful.
Hey, at least I know the crown works.
At least you know the crown works.
It does mean if you have any questions I can't answer, one of them might be able to help.
Hmm. Well. Yeah. Figured out the identity of the passenger as well. On completely unrelated topics that are slightly easy to talk about. Well,
What's
part
the
of the
name?
identity. They don't. Well, they had a name. I cannot put that into language because I barely understood it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But apparently the fire colony used to belong to them.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Hmm. That's... I don't know. Sometimes it's weird how Similar and different situations, though.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Well, my passengers are more. They're via almost free will,
Hmm.
or at least a lot closer to it. And I guess their jobs are very different, being scribes opposed to.
Colonists.
Yeah, colonists.
Hmm.
It's definitely a strange contrast.
Yes, and I don't think Yosh actively want you to die.
No, I mean we've talked about that, but they definitely don't want me to die anytime soon.
Hmm.
At least to my knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I haven't the faintest idea how to deal with any of this, Senna.
I feel like we just have to keep picking up our feet and carrying on, but it's
Hmm.
getting harder every time.
Yes. And well, when what you fear is with every action you're turning more and more into the monster you don't want to be. Just picking yourself up becomes harder and harder.
So, uh, um, Huhalon is has been sitting on this and seems to think. Is going to get up and say to Senna, if you have trouble continuing, you don't have to. You're very helpful to the team, but well, and I think we're helping at least some humans and some supernatural creatures, but you have you acknowledge that it takes a toll, and if it takes more of a toll than you want, you can do what Ron was thinking of doing. It is possible to walk away from this life.
If I ever walked away from this life and this group, I don't want to remove any of my memories.
All right.
I'd rather live with this and live with the decision that I made.
There, if you don't feel like you can keep going, but you want to keep your memories and you want your body to keep going, you could retire in the back of your mind. Go answer to one of the names on your crown and let one of us try our best.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
As much as I do think that they've got my best notions intact, that seems a bit
Yeah.
suspicious.
So like, Huhalon finishes and says, like, it's not healthy, but neither is going on those adventures and thinking about killing family members as much as you've been thinking about it. And with your insight, you're gonna see that they don't want that option to be used, they they can tell that being the one who makes the decisions in the body puts a lot of responsibility, and they're not looking for that sort of stuff, but they are willing to try to give you a break.
How short term can we make that break?
Until the crown gets removed.
If we swap seats, so to speak, would you let somebody remove the crown? Or would you remove it when the time comes?
I would remove it.
Promise me.
I promise. I would remove it as soon as you asked.
I think after this job, I think I'm gonna take a break for a little while. Just until I'm needed again.
You see that Barry Kim has been kind of holding it in this whole time, and is going to ask you, hey Senna, I need to talk to Hu Holon in private. Could you remove your crown so that I can talk to him about what he just said to you?
Of course, your privacy is always optional.
You take
the crown off.
you take off the your crown. You're going to realize that one of your memories now incorporates Barry Kim punching Hu Holon and yelling at him in the backdrop of whatever that memory was. So probably you talking with Ron, teaching him how to make a memory palace. Your memory now has Barry Kim punching Hu Holon and scolding them in the background.
That's
Everything
going
all
on.
right? Any reason you did that just now?
Oh, sorry. Hohalan had an idea to give me a bit of a break after this.
That seems unwise.
I trust them. I can't even explain why I trust them as much as I do, but as much as he can be selfish, as much as he can be self-motivated, sometimes it does feel like he just wants me to be okay. He just has a weird way of going about it.
Still, giving over one's identity, one's body to another.
Only until you need me again.
Still, I advise against it.
Remember that you can always use your mind to take my crown off.
I suppose, still. I'd rather you didn't have to make me.
They shouldn't remove the crown themselves when the time comes, but I need a break or I'm going to break.
I don't know how to help you, Asana.
I know. And I'm sorry that I've put as much on you as what I have. But right now,
No worries, I have the opposite problem, Sana.
you don't lean on us enough.
That, and I know that I will keep going.
I want to keep going. but I need to be able to at least rest for a moment. I've already killed my own father. Going into this, I know that at least one of them is going to die. Whether it's by my hand or somebody else's in the group.
Yes.
And what scares me is if it's cathartic in any way, then the guilt's going to come straight back with it.
I know. That I very much know.
I'm not saying that I regret taking Marcus's life. But these three, as much as I hate them with every ounce of my body, they were brought up to torment me as if it was okay. They were raised by two of the world's biggest assholes to think that it was okay to do what they did to me. And as much as they're old enough now to take responsibility for what they did, I don't know how much responsibility I can see them having for what happened when we were younger. Doesn't mean I forgive them for it, doesn't mean that it was okay, but I don't know if they deserve to die for that.
No one deserves to die. Still, people die, and I will likely kill another human.
Sam, I've made my choice, Sebastian. I'm going to come with you, but I'm going to take a break after this. Kohalan should stay with the group at least, but I just won't be present. At least not until essentially our next job.
You do realize if the moment I see anything suspicious happening, I will bring you back.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Because even if you trust them, be they Arkan or Deva or Theon or whatever, I don't.
I can understand that.
I don't trust any one of them. And I don't think I ever will. So, there's that.
I can understand why. I really can. Given what little you've told me of what you've been through and are going through. And on top of that, having my own body stolen, I can understand the suspicion. But I don't know. As much as saying that they're different feels like one of the biggest cop-outs I could possibly do right now. It's how I feel.
Well, yeah,
Should we head back?
we should head back.
I'll give it another hour or two before I put the crown back on, just to make sure they've had chance to find it out through different memories.
Yeah. Cool. You come back, and it's when you return that Cronenberg returns. Like the door to the hotel room is closed and locked, but Cronenberg is just none of you see her enter the room, but suddenly she's here and reports to Reyna what she saw. There's a ship with the 5 crates heading towards the cliff. They're moving right now.
Right, we should get going then.
Okay.
All right.
I suppose we should
Okay.
change in early to the suits. We don't know when they're gonna flood or if the lightning's gonna hit us anytime soon. And as the plus to hide our identity.
Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try my hardest to fit the helmet over the crown.
I don't think we're changing into suits until we're actually like up by the lake, because a couple of diving suits wandering through town is gonna get weird.
Yeah. You take all of your gear. You move. You take a rental car that you have to the edge of the cliff, and you don't. And you see. So there is a storm going on right now. I'm gonna need everyone to roll perception at disadvantage if you don't have dark vision in any way.
So, yeah, twice.
Okay.
A 3.
All right. Cool. Graves, you see this yacht, but that has a sort of like second boat attached to it with the crates, and the crates are just being dropped into the water next to the cliffs. There's only like one crate that is still on board right now, and like there's a crane on the yacht that grabs the last one, lifts it up, moves it, and just drops it into the water with a loud splash. And despite the storm, you're able to see all of this. There's every now and then there's a flash of lightning that illuminates the scene.
These better not be zombie sharks. These-
Narwhals.
Wait oh, that's an excellent idea. Why didn't I think of
You should
that?
not have said this.
No.
Let's
Oh,
see.
it's too late now. It's too late now. It
What-
feels bad, but it's too late now.
What is?
Maybe
Oh,
not
they
the
ha-
water temple.
They have reef sharks, hunter sharks, and giant sharks in D&D. That's cool.
Yep.
Cool. You with some difficulty, you look around for that staircase that Graves' familiar had found, and it actually requires a little bit of like moving some stones that are in the way. But when you do, you find this slick staircase carved into the edge of the cliff, and you're able to head down there. The like maneuvering over the steps while they're this wet is kind of hard, and it takes a little bit of time. But you get to the Black Gate, and Sebastian, you've leveled up a few times since the last encounter with such a Black Gate. So like you can feel it try to apply pressure to the memories of you and your companions, and you're able to like lift it, and there's this sort of like shockwave coming from the gate as it grants you access. You're able to walk underneath it. There's more stairs, and then you see a very long corridor on that seems to have been built on the sand at the bottom of the lake. And that is made out of black semi-ethereal stone, like it's and it's this like really long corridor whose end you cannot see, that just heads towards the center of the lake.
Right, eyes open.
All right.
Long pathway. Keep an eye on our surroundings in case anything decides to jump out.
You've put on your large
Let's go.
diving suits at this point. Okay, cool. I'm going to assume that Cronenberg is here, but does not have one such suit.
Tiny diving suit.
Yeah, it's better if
She's
I did.
probably in my suit.
All right. Sure. So you walk through this extremely long corridor for what feels like almost an hour, and in the stress of like not knowing where you're headed, you can hear the flow of water all around you and the buzzing and the buzzing of lightning sometimes. And finally, you arrive in this large underground city, constructed out of a mixture of the stone of this place and the black semi-ethereal stone that composed the the corridor up until now. You arrive in. So yeah, you arrive in what seems to be like a central hub of the city, and you can see hundreds of humans just walking around, kind of like working on different things, heading to like moving some cargo around. You see a couple of enhanced bodies of mind flayers that are like openly moving about and around, and those of you who can and all of you can see shadows moving around, as there's also ethereal Tehans not possessing anything that are simply existing in this space. You arrive at so this central room that you arrive in has one large bridge that leads. Oh, I should not be moving that. That leads to a platform upon which you can see the silver key, a very large, like shining silver key, and you see that like there's like just this old lady who's like guarding the entrance of the bridge that nods at you when you arrive and says, uh, "All right, you know the drill. All new humans have to swear to the key not to reveal this." Uh, uh, Not to reveal the locations of any of the colonies. Uh, uh, get them up there and get them to say the words, please. And she's addressing only Sebastian.
Nods and motions them along.
Okay. You see that the security here is like there's people moving around and nobody really seems to mind you. Like even with your metal armors and helmets, you nobody really gives you a second glance.
Could I like try and look for any flooding systems or anything like to flood this place or
Yes,
anything that can flush this out?
make an investigation check.
Hmm. Normal.
Yes. 17, you do see holes high up in at the top of this ceiling that looks exactly like the ones from Tsukunga. There is a flooding system here that would also very quickly fill the corridor that you just went through. And you can see other parts of the city from here that also seem to have those flooding systems.
Hmm.
Oh, every 120 feet that we walk, I am going to use the Detector of Relics ability,
All
just in
right.
case there's something we might miss that's in a room near us.
Okay. You are. Let's see. Let me think about something. Oh, yeah, maybe. Let me roll a luck check for you. 12. You don't detect. Like relics. You. I think you can only detect relics that have to do with the past, with the spells that you know, which is just guidance and mage hand. Um, Mage Hand is tied to the past life of Judas from Christianity, and I haven't decided what guidance is tied to because I haven't looked at the spells in a while. But yeah, there isn't a single relic tied to those things around here. You you head up to the dais, and you see a strange and elaborate uh, um, silver key with mystical runes on it that is placed upon a pedestal, guarded by nothing that you can see.
That is weird.
It seems that they put a lot of faith in the memory erasing black gate that is at the entrance as far as security goes.
Yeah, I just probably looked at the others as we approach. Well, let's get to it then.
I will activate my Helocraft beforehand.
And probably mentally just blipping between them. Make it slow and get ready to move once things start happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably gonna approach the key and kind of motion for them to begin swearing. And how close can one get to the key easily? And how big is it?
So it's it's about like this big, and there isn't like any sort of like ribbon around it or things like this. It's just it's just like there, so you can get as close as you want.
Then probably how you're just gonna bring them all up to it. So probably presuming that you're kind of touching it when swearing upon it. And well, whilst they're busy doing that, in quotes, I'm going to be casting Identify on it.
Okay.
Without any components due to the spell.
Cool. Let me. Okay, so the properties of the key. It is an absolute keeper of secrets. Give me 1 second. So any any secret that is sworn to be kept on the key, you cannot reveal. You magically cannot reveal to anyone who does not have the same knowledge already somewhere in their mind. Meaning that Sebastian, you could only access this place because you were possessed by a Tehon who had this knowledge in their mind. There is a it also has the properties of field of obfuscation, which makes yeah, there we go. Obfuscation, which basically makes the city, like within 2 kilometers of it, impossible to find by anyone. So like you realize that with satellite imaging, some of the structures that you see inside of this city right now should be visible from with satellite imaging. Like scuba divers should have found this city. It has only remained fully hidden thanks to the field of obfuscation. And the last property that it has is that it is indestructible.
Gotcha.
I will like I can go over those details again later, but yes. The last property that it has is that it's an opener to it's a key to Nox. So if if you have drawn on the ground one of the advanced glyphs that are visible from the sky, that are like drawn on Nox, if you like make the same pattern, you can attune that place to Nox, and the silver key can open or close a door to the dimension from which the Archons once came. Looking around you, you see actually that like on the surface of the lake, there's this complex pattern in black pebbles that is spread all throughout the city. That probably looks better seen from above, but that you believe there is a pattern like this in this place that ties this place back to Nox. And can everybody make a perception check?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sebastian, in the distance, your instincts guide your eyes, and you and Jonah are both going to spot okay, so sorry. Jonah, you're going to see to feel the shimmerings of powerful conjuration magics coming from another part of the city, and Sebastian, following Jonah's gaze, you spot that there are signs that are not in English, but that you still know for some reason in this weird language that points towards. So like there's signs. One of them points to right where you are, which is like the room of the silver key, and in another direction, it's the portal room. And there's a third sign that heads in the opposite direction, that heads to the what's it called? d- d- t- uh, uh, the chamber of and it's going to be the name of hold on. Oh no, I put it away. Yeah, it just says chamber of the sleeping ancient, and yeah.
Right, we got a portal room and the chamber of the ancients. Sleeping agents, so neither does bode very well. That could potentially be useful. Also, just keeping a vacant eye how many people are currently watching us and the like.
Right now, there's the old lady who was guarding the bridge that is keeping an eye on you. Every now and then, someone who's like walking through this room is will stare up in your direction. But overall, you're not drawing too much attention.
If I can, like, I don't think I can deceive the key, right?
What?
You can. What's the key?
Deceive the key so that, well,
Oh yeah.
I can tell.
In terms of promising to keep a secret and then not be magically bound by it, you based on what Sebastian understands of its properties, no, you can't.
But I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to swear upon the key, I guess. Shrug.
Okay. There isn't there isn't really anyone who's within earshot of when you're supposed to do the swearing that you can see. But yeah, you move forward. What do you swear? Do you swear to keep like the location of this place and everything that you see in here a secret?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do next. He's probably moving up to swear, but yeah.
Detect thoughts. Hell yes.
Suddenly.
There are four uncorporeal Tehans that are around the key that are guarding it. They're just not visible to the naked eye. And so yeah, like they seemed to be tensing up slightly when you arrived, but with Jonah swearing on the key, they kind of seemed to like relax again. Yeah.
I mean, essentially just looking to take up time here for a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
All right. In the distance, you hear the sound of crashing, and
oh great, looking around.
You can see that something broke through the ceiling of another part of the city. You see that it's a metal container that just dropped on the city's floor and opened up, and that there's a little bit of chaos ensuing.
I'm just gonna say, can I say something to, yeah, I forgot to say, zombies, I'm assuming? Yeah, there was another group of people. Pretty sure they're after the key. I
think
don't know that.
I think you'd mentioned that already. Are you saying that? I think you'd mentioned that previously. Are you trying to say that's to deceive the guards?
No.
No?
I'm saying the truth.
What? Who are you saying it to?
Probably to the. I probably would have said it to like the other person. Well, the old lady. Just like There could be another group. I don't know though. Watch out for crates.
Make a deception check.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not our group, but we saw
Okay.
some.
Uh, 19. Only like you don't. You're not. Based on what Sebastian is detecting from their thoughts, they assume that anyone that you're not forcing to swear on the key already swore on the key previously. Only Jonah really needed to do it. Senna, you missed. Basically, there's an old lady who's guarding the bridge who welcomed you in, and you've as you're like waiting around the silver key, there was a crash as one of the metal crates crashed through the ceiling of this place, and water starts to pour in from above.
Lucky we have suits.
Yeah, I mean, is there any reaction to what Jonas said?
Yes. Like you see the old lady like moving closer towards where your group is, and she is going to say, all right, well, all of you get your stations. It looks like we're under attack. Maybe this is just an accident and something fell from the surface.
Yeah, I think it's purposely. Yeah.
I think Sebastian moves a little bit closer, looks down to the container, and so tries to make it look as if he's searching for something, perhaps mentally.
Okay.
He's kind of, yes, we're under attack. Guardians, go take care of them now.
I'm gonna make
Make
a shot if an undead comes through the container.
That's in another part of the city that you see this happening. Make a persuasion check, Sebastian, and it's going to be a difficulty of 20 because they are on guard duty for one of the most important objects of this city.
I'm gonna use a magical guidance to reroll that.
Okay, go ahead.
20.
Nice.
Yay!
Oh. All right.
Nice.
I'm assuming that.
With your detect thoughts, you're able to tell that based on the magical security they've had in this place for years, that they haven't really needed too many security protocols, and that those 4 guardians that have been here, like they're immaterial. They've been guarding this key for millennia. And so they like what is happening right now is unprecedented, and so they're like, "Ah, shit! What are we supposed to do in a case like this?"
Did you not hear me? Go and take care of them.
And they go. They just follow your orders. You're left with just the old lady and the silver key on top of the dais.
Should we like wait till like they come back?
Do I detect the Tehon in the old lady?
No. You detect a parasite on her neck.
Ensure they are doing their job. Would you?
Make another persuasion check.
Could I? I don't. I'm pretty sure I can give the help action.
I
but...
take it that's a fail.
Yes, she's gonna say, I can't make sure that they do things. they're my superiors. They check that
okay.
I do things correctly.
Ah.
All
Still
right.
fail.
With a 13, you're going to get her to like, at least like she goes away from where your party is to check out what is happening with the crypt. So she is not looking in your direction at the moment. I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome
Especially
back.
since doesn't it specify that it can take over 20?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Cool. So, yeah. First off, battle music.
Yes.
Second off, yeah. No one's looking at you right now. Do you want to try to steal the key now?
Presumably.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check. Whoever is doing this, you can get.
I probably can help, I guess.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can
Who has
stand
the
in
best
front.
sleight of hand? I mean, not. How's your sleight of hand, Sebastian?
Not good.
I have a 5.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely have the most, the best sleight of hand in the group if you have 5.
I have 4. Only because I don't have proficiency in it.
I cast an invisible mage hand and just
Cool. Roll sleight of hand with advantage.
mhm.
Probably still turned around to like overlook the scenery. And is there any way one could, with relative haste, open the suit?
You mean open the like large mechanical suits that you
Yes.
have?
Essentially,
It's gonna.
if you remove the helmet,
Yeah, you can remove the helmet. Yes.
there's possibly remove the helmet of one of our suits, put the key in, put the helmet back on.
Okay. Cool. With a
Yeah,
19, with a 19, you're able to like take the key.
I'm
Like,
gonna hand it to Sebastian, put it in his like coat
Cool.
pocket.
That's probably in the suit itself.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you put it back on. Cool. Do any of you leave anything behind on the pedestal?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a prestidigitation.
Okay,
So it lasts for 6
nice.
seconds, but yeah. No, wait, it lasts for 1 hour. Never mind.
Up to 1 hour. Cool. And you can make
Non-magical trinket.
non-magical trinkets, or an illusory image. So yeah, you put a smaller version of the key because the key is this large. You put a smaller version of the key that is non-magical there, and yeah, you're able to walk. Like your group is able to walk away with the key. As you do so, you see the 4 other boxes crashing through the ceiling, and you see that they open up, and inside of them are some strange zombies. This is what they look like. Okay, so sorry. They all seem to have a head that is fully red and a throat and 2 throats. Like they have their main throat that is a normal skin toned, and a red throat that heads all the way to their belly. And you see Sebastian, you can sense multiple possessions are happening. The Tehans are taking over the bodies of those zombies to try to stop them from doing whatever it is that they're doing. And as they do, the red neck separates the head from its core, from its like basic neck, and the zombies do not stop. You now see that all the Teons, when trying to possess the head, end up possessing not the wrong control organ of the body, and instead are trapped inside of the head and give psychic abilities to the zombies, who start to use like basically psychic slams to fight their way through the physical enemies that are present. Also, all of them have flaming swords.
Of course.
Oh, fuck.
We should make ourselves sparse now.
Yeah, we should make ourselves sparse. Wait, have we even already made ourselves sparse?
I mean, that's what we're doing as this is happening.
All right. Which direction are your characters heading in?
Back out,
Presumably,
ancients or portal room. Back out, we might have to encounter some enemies, if they found that passage as well. But other options are portal room or possible chambers of gods. Any
either the
preference?
portal room.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're going to the portal room.
Okay.
This is the worst place to find a sniper.
So you, as you look around, you see that Senna's siblings are on the bridge, and James is setting up the sniper to cover the other two, and and you see let's see real quick. There we go. The Victrum family. You see Jennifer and Carl are making their way towards you, having spotted Senna. You see that Jennifer seems to have an intense, like, bloodlust. Her eyes focused entirely on Senna, while Carl is saying, "Hey, stay on target. We have a mission. We can't have any sort of distractions." And you hear her respond, "She killed our dad." And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
I'd do it again.
I would like to say, I want to say a thing or Senna, do you mind me saying something in their voice? Or call or something?
I think we're out of time for that.
This feels like the worst moment for you to do that.
My worst initiative roll. Oh no.
Cool. Reina, feel free to roll initiative with your kitty as well. And
Kitty's in suit.
oh yeah.
Well, I can take the suit off, the helmet off.
She's gonna come out of it like a chest burster at them.
Where do I roll, or do I just roll again?
Roll again. Select your token, then roll again.
Okay.
I have so many tabs now. Gotta close them.
She goes for me.
Damn, you gave me some nice initiative scores. Thank you, Senna.
It's a family of high dex characters.
Yeah. At least a decent distance away.
Yeah, and one of them's a sniper.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Jennifer is going to be the first to act. Monks have Step of the Wind. You can spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled. So she's going to spend 1 key point to double dash. and so that means let's see, 90 feet.
Doesn't she have 40 feet movement?
Oh,
Yeah, she should.
120.
okay, 120.
Because she's a high level monk.
Yep,
Yep.
that's what they do. They move fast and hit fast.
She's got the zoomies.
Okay, and that is her turn. Senna, it's your turn.
Uh,
She runs towards you and says, "You will pay for this for the fratricide."
Oh wow, you picked up a dictionary for once? And I am going to rush down here to the side of the gate. So I'm not.
Oh, I can't hear you right now. Just 1 second. I can hear you again. Okay, you rush to the side of the gate and... Oh.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We back?
Why can't I hear... Alright. 1, 2. Nope, still... Okay.
I'm still really, a really big fan of the Dune soundtrack, but that's me.
Yeah. Senna, you ran 30 feet. You're at the bottom of the stairs. Do you want to do
She's
anything else?
in cover.
Okay. Do you want to use your action, your bonus action?
I will shoot at her twice.
Okay. Cool. The 15 does not hit, but the 19 does for 9 piercing.
And 3 radiant.
Okay. Minus 12. Okay, cool. Cool. And for your bonus action, you activated the Hemocraft?
No, I activated
it
the
wasn't-
Hemocraft when we first reached the key,
Cool.
Yep.
or even before then.
All right.
And it doesn't have a time limit on it, it's just if I drop the weapon or choose to disarm it.
Nice. Cool. Oh no, I shouldn't be using those. I should mention that they have that coming from the crates at other sides of the city are some of the strange zombies. So there's 2 of them that just arrived through here, right here. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna add them on the initiative order.
Oh, as a bonus action, can I just shout take cover?
Yes, you can. Cool. It's going to be Carl's turn. Carl is a scout. So he can double dash with the cunning, thanks to his cunning action. So he is going to make his way over here, and takes cover behind that piece of rock right there. That's his turn. Jonah.
I'm gonna cast they're within range. She's within range.
She's within 60 feet, yes. She has 3/4 cover. So she has +5 to her AC from where you are.
Huh. I'm gonna cast this on as Whispers.
Okay. Cool. So she needs to make a wisdom saving throw. No, that's a fail. She takes 8 psychic damage.
And has to run using their full speed away.
Oh no.
That's the reaction.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Cool. So she moves 40 feet back.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh boy. I need to give myself more legendary actions. More
Yeah, I'm gonna
legendary
say that
resistances.
she
Yeah.
suddenly speaks in her here in her voice, her dad's voice saying, "You better run."
Okay. Jonah, do you want to give Bardic Inspiration or do anything with your bonus action?
Probably going to hide,
Okay.
get cover and hide.
All right. Cool.
There's
The
a good
string.
place to hide in.
The strange
Could just
zombies
not
are going to dash 40 feet, and so they're gonna get to here.
I'm gonna move there.
Cool. You can bonus action hide. Go ahead and roll for stealth.
Just making sure.
Mm-hmm. You still need to roll for stealth to
I am.
against their passive perceptions. 19. You are able to stealth from so 14 passive perception. She has 16 passive perception, and James has only 12 passive perception. Okay, so you are hidden from them. Cool. Sebastian, it's your turn.
Yes, gotcha. Right. Let's give the sniper something to, well, how to get through. And you see Sebastian briefly step down here and just reach out a hand as a faint black dot appears here and very quickly expands outwards in a 20-foot radius sphere as he casts Hunger of Hadar.
Okay. 20 feet.
Oh god.
So it's gonna hit both siblings. Yeah.
And this thing is entirely black. It just blocks vision.
Cool. Could you make the spell appear so I can have a
one moment. There we go.
nice. That's blur.
No, that was Graves.
Okay, cool.
And the spell description.
Yeah.
I did not.
You open a gateway to the dark between the stars. Oh,
So I'm
that-
kind of imagining like a gate to Nox. Just
yeah, no, that like it's very in theme that you're able to do this while you do this for the first time while
Yes. Holding the key to Nox.
Yeah. 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration. This void is filled up with cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. And it also does damage.
Yes, any creature that starts its turn takes 2d6. Any creature that ends its turn must dex save. There's no save for the first damage.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly just because it also blocks vision from a certain sniper who's on the other side of the big back sphere.
Yeah. Turn. Okay. So it's only a dexterity saving throw.
At the end.
Cool. All right.
Try to keep them within that thing if you don't mind. That should expedite the process.
Okay. Bonus action.
Just gonna push myself a little bit some outside of the open firing range, even should he fire through the darkness.
Got it.
Just taking cover with this.
Cool. Give me 1 second. Dude.
This is kind of roughly what that thing should cover vision of.
Okay. Cool. It is. I am going to do this at a disadvantage but this is not a he does not have a sniper. He has a magical bow, so he's going to try to do a curved shot, and he's going to be aiming at Sebastian. So Sebastian, you have half cover, so that is +2 to your AC.
And he has disadvantage.
And he has disadvantage because he's doing it like with the sphere. But he's basically trying to break your concentration, and he's going to use okay, give me one
Also, we
second.
might have to continue this battle next time because we're running out
Oh,
of time.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely
We have
true.
we have a few more minutes, but just ahead of time, letting you know.
Cool. Oh, wait. Okay. This has the stats of an anti-material sniper, so he's going to shoot through it, but he's going to do so at a disadvantage. He's doing his best to remember where you were.
Well, thankfully I pushed myself slightly to the side afterwards, so that might help.
Does a 16 hit
A 16 would hit, but no.
All right, you cast shield. You're able to deflect the bullet. The moment it touches your shield, though, it is a bursting arrow. So immediately after the arrow
It's
hits,
a creature, which it doesn't.
I'm gonna say it's gonna burst anyways.
Fine.
So everyone within 10 feet of you takes 2d6 force damage, which I'm gonna roll right now.
I'm gonna roll the concentration save ahead of time. Concentration is fine.
Cool. So Jonah, you take 11 points of force damage, and I think Senna is out of range. Yeah, Senna is out of range. Yeah. Actually, yeah, no. Cool.
It took a chunk. It took a third out of my health.
Yeah. Cool. And now I'm going to action surge.
Right. He's a fighter.
Yes.
All right. With a disadvantage.
Still doesn't hit.
Okay. Well, it's a it's another bursting arrow.
Uh-huh.
How many does he have?
Typically 2.
Yeah. Oh, I have to spend an arcane shot for that. That makes sense. Cool. And that's gonna be another 2d6. 6 and 5. So another 11. Another 11 points of damage.
Sebastian does not like this, but concentration stays up.
Yeah, concentration stays up. Okay, cool. As a bonus action, he is going to yell, it doesn't have to end like this. I don't want to kill you, and I will accept your surrender, little sister. Raymond, it's your turn.
Okie doke. I am going to what's the number 20? So get down there is a full 60. Alright. Yep, I think my full turn is just gonna be me quicken spell casting blink.
Oh, nice. And then make
as
as
far as I can.
Yeah, you got it. You can get to here. You can put your character like on top of the pillar, but we'll know that you're behind it. And quicken spell.
Yeah.
That means you used.
Bonus action, yeah.
Cool. You have access to that thanks to a feat.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. Go ahead and make your roll to see if you disappear. on a roll or 11 or higher, you vanish from the current plane of existence. Cool. You disappear into this sort of like semi-ethereal place, and you can see that all of the light that is being drawn out from the sphere over there is being pushed into the dimension where you are. So you are. Let's see. What would best represent? I'm just gonna put this to represent that you have blink on. Cool. Reyna, it's your turn.
I'm going for that sniper.
I rolled with disadvantage so well, and I did so much damage.
Yep. You blooded Sebastian without even hitting him, so yeah.
Yeah.
And my spells are in range, so I'm going to use the dash action.
Okay. So yeah, you can get
Take it
60
out
feet.
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, you can get to here. And you still have a bonus action.
Yep. Probably be a good idea with that monk, to summon the bull sigil.
Okay.
So that's everyone gets 10 temporary HP. Should really
Sebastian
stop
likes
some.
this.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Let's see. What did I label the bull sigil as? God damn it.
Is it the goose?
No. It has to stay the same thing. Oh, I don't think I got one. You've never used it before, right?
They did use it once.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
I think
used
it was
the bull.
change.
No worries. I think I have some in the animals, and I used the sacred the image that I had made for the sacred bulls that you found in the garden. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Cool. So where do you summon it?
About right here, I think would be good.
Cool.
Right, the Leo.
It has a 30-foot radius, so you're inside of it. Everybody, the whole team is inside of it, apart
Except
from
Graves.
Kronenberg. Oh,
Graves
yeah.
is in a different plan.
technically, yes, you're right. Cool. You didn't roll initiative for your familiar. I'm gonna do that
That's
right now.
19.
At the end of the turn, I'm also kind of gonna need to end it here.
Yeah.
Rolled a 19
Yeah.
for a
You're
We're at
absolutely.
the end of the round there, so yeah.
Yes, perfect. Let's end it here for today. Great session, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I can't believe that I can't believe that I scheduled the family trauma session on the same day that I'm calling my father for the first time in over a year.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Woo!
Ah,
Also, that moment with Sen and Sebastian on the roof was fun.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I loved it. It's gonna be.
yeah, Ron never. Ron
Yeah.
should have asked, called their parents.
I'm gonna drip off, so see ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Assuming that since he got fired, he quit. He is gone.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna assume that Ron remembers that well, in his flashbacks, he remembers that he never actually called his parents.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably gonna have to call them.
Okay. Uh, yeah. I mean are you saying this because you want us like that scene to happen in this in the game,
Uh,
or just saying that it's happening in the back in the back?
it's happening in the background.
Okay.
Literally, I just want him to like call his parents at least once
Yeah.
now because he kind of like yeah he never
Uh-huh.
actually called them just for his whole entire internship, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
never
Uh,
had the time.
cool. That's yeah, I think that's a nice little tidbit to add for that character. Um, I'm
He comes from a nice family, so but they're
yeah.
probably going to be like a little bit pissed
Yeah.
they just ghosted them.
Yeah. Um, I did not set this map up to be a sniper map, but I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
It's
Um,
like a
It
really
is what it
well-named
is.
yeah,
tunneled sniper man. Like we cannot get to him without
yeah,
walking down
Yeah.
a bridge that we can't take cover behind anything on.
yeah.
That's
No,
exactly
that's
why I'm making it my sole goal of just
yeah.
rushing for
Like using blink to get to the sniper. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I I loved it. I also like. I think I actually. I think I'm gonna say that there's, but that because of like the description of the spell, there's a good chance that Sebastian actually opened a gate to Nox.
It would make sense.
Yeah, like it's too on point for that not to be like a new gate to Nox, because you're still within the larger pattern that the city draws with the black pebbles, and he has the silver key, and his spell description is exactly what it needs to be. So yeah, that's gonna be fun for next time.
Yep.
Cool.
I will see you guys next game.
Yeah.